Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome, 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 warm welcome. Well, this has long been awaited, or at least I know you guys who love my paranormal stories, wait with bated breath to see what I have to say next. And I never give like a disclosure or I never give a warning, but if you're really sensitive and, paranormal things scare you, you probably don't want to watch this. But this is a paranormal story. So before I get into it, I just want to say, please, if you haven't subscribed already, please go ahead and ding that subscribe button. Give me a big like because this tells me that you actually like what you're watching. And of course, leave a comment because it lets me know that you are really enjoying these videos, and I would love to interact with you and hear what you think about the crap that happens to me. Okay, so this is a paranormal story, like I said before, and these are the 5 worst paranormal things that have happened to me in my bedroom. Now, I know most of you are going to be like, oh, whatever, you're not going to believe me, it's not that scary. But when you're actually going through it, yes, it is. And I can only tell you the things that have happened to me. I'm not making it up. These have happened to me years ago, recently, and some of them are ongoing. I don't think I'm haunted. I just think that, I have an extra sense. I have a 6th sense. Let's start off with number 1. Okay, this I'm going to call the sinking bed. Why am I calling it the sinking bed? Well, usually my nights are, they're kind of routine. You go to work, you come home. Things may vary, but you kind of do the same things every day. Brush your teeth, wash your hair. And this day was no different than any other day. Every time this happens to me, and it does happen on occasion, it just happened a couple of weeks ago, but I ignored it. And I try not to let the fear get the best of me, because I do really think that it's just something passing through, wanting to get my attention, but realizes that my gift or whatever it is not so advanced that I can help or even see or hear them. Because let me tell you, I don't want to hear nothing. I do not. But anyway, one night as I went to bed, like I said, ordinary day, same routine that I have all the time, and I'm in bed. Just picture yourself in bed. Picture yourself, you had a really hard day. You have this nice comfy bed, your pillows, your blanket, you're nice and warm. It's nice and cold outside, which it hasn't been. I feel like it's never going to be cold again here in New York. But anyway, I was in bed and my feet pulled up, I'm on my side. And what do I feel? I feel like either a small child or a very thin person has come onto the bed. Now, I don't hear them hop onto the bed. I don't hear them climb on the bed, but I feel that a part of the bed has gone in, like someone's standing there. And yes, it freaks me out. And most of the time I will sit up and I'll look around and I'll move the covers and I'll like smooth the area where I think that, the indentation is. And then I'll go back to sleep. And right before I hit that REM sleep, that really good sleep, it happens again. And it'll happen on another part of the bed. So that it ends up stopping and going away, but that is what the sinking bed is to me. Number 2, the bed bump. I'm a little sister. I'm the youngest of 7 girls, and I'm the one who did all the annoying. So just picture like your little brother, your little sister, your mom trying to get you up to go to school, or your husband or your significant other trying to get you the hell out of bed. And they bump the bed. They come up to you, they're like, hello, and they just bump the bed with their knee. Yep, I feel that quite often. Again, same situation, I'm in bed, awake, because it takes me at least 30 minutes to fall asleep, and in that 30 minutes, I'm awake. I'm just laying down with my eyes closed, thinking about whatever, and then I feel the bed bump. Now, mind you, I don't know if you've ever seen my bed in pictures. I think you can see it in the background on my Instagram pictures. But I have a huge cherry sleigh bed. And the thing is, I believe it's queen size. You cannot move that bed. Even when I'm on it, or even if I jump on it, that's not even a jumping bed. Like a kid would not enjoy jumping on that bed because they will go nowhere. It just doesn't move. It's so heavy. And it takes 2 or 3 people to even help me move it. So yeah, when I feel that bump, It's not me. It's nobody in my bedroom, and it's, you know, no one's there. And I actually feel like someone has bumped my bed. And let me tell you, when you are alone and the room is dark and you feel that on a huge bed that doesn't move, basically doesn't move because of the weight of it, you tell me how you feel. Okay. Number 3, the wall punch. All right, so I wasn't in the bedroom that I have now. This happened to me just recently, well, a couple years ago, of course, in New York. I was in a different bedroom. The head of my bed was up against part of the room that had a brick wall on the outside of it. I was like on the corner of the building. And right outside would be the fire escape. So basically, that room had the fire escape. God forbid there's a fire in here. That's the room we would have to head to get out of the building. And as you know, when there's a fire escape, there's just the window, and you open the window to get onto the fire escape. If you're on the fire escape, you look to the right, there's a drop. You look to the left, there's a drop. You look to the front, there's a drop. So there's not anyone that can climb it unless the ladder's down and the ladder is tightly secured. You really have to push a latch up, and it takes a lot of strength to do that in order to release the ladder. So there's no way that anybody's going to get up onto the fire escape, and if they did, the noise would be astronomical. Like, you would know someone was there and you would get the hell out. So anyway, I was in my bedroom. I was in my bedroom. I don't know, it was a time when I was unemployed, and my sister was in the next room, and I was just, you know, applying to different jobs and wondering what the heck was going to happen and where it was going to work, blah, blah, blah. And I was just worried. I guess, you know what? I guess this was a time of a lot of stress and worry. Stress, worry every single day, because I just didn't know where, you know, income was going to be coming from. So I was overly stressed. And I was in my bedroom, again, just applying to different jobs. No noise. My sister was in the next room doing her thing. She was probably applying as well. Everything was really quiet. So what do I hear from behind me? I heard this gigantic bam on the outside wall. It was like on the brick. And I immediately, I just looked up, and I jumped off the bed because it was right behind me. I look out the window. Of course, there's nobody there, because there's no way anyone could have gotten to the fire escape. That's the only way they could have gotten to the level of my window. And I immediately ran out, and I asked my sister, I was like, did you hear that? Did you freaking hear that noise? And she was like, no. I was like, how in the world could you not hear a gigantic thud against the brick wall that we share? Because her room is directly next to mine, and she's like, I didn't hear or feel anything, because it was like a thud, and I felt the room vibrate. So yeah, that was the wall punch. Who did it? I don't know. I just think that, like I told you, we have spirits and inhuman spirits around us all the time, and they like to kick you when you're down, so I guess they just wanted to see how badly I would be scared. And good for you. I was scared shitless. Okay, so on to number 4, the cover snatch. This just happened a few weeks ago, or I should say a couple of months ago. I was in bed, good day, not particularly angry or worried or scared about anything, just went to bed, normal day. So it's really hot, because a couple months ago was actually a lot warmer than it is now. I was in bed, ready to go to bed, not asleep, not even halfway asleep. And I don't know about you, but my sheets have, you know, you have the sheet on the bed, then you've got your thin sheet, and then of course any covers that you want over. So it was really hot, so I only had the thin sheet, and I was really comfortable. I love my bed. It's nice and comfy. And I remember I put head to the pillow, and I had my covers like up here like this, and my loosely, not really loosely, but they were in my hands. And for some reason, I don't sleep like that. But I don't know, that day I just wanted, I guess, extra comfort. So I just pulled the covers up here, and I had it, you know, in my hands like that. And the room was dark. And what do I feel? The covers were snatched so hard out of my hand, my fingers snapped. And I bolted upright, and I was like, WTF. And then I was scared, but more angry than scared. And I had to, you have to control both your fear and your anger. You cannot feel either of those things when stuff like this happens, because it will worsen. So I calmed down, tried to get my heart rate down. I sat up, I said a prayer to St. Michael, I said a prayer, and I said, you know what? You need to go right now because you're not welcome. I didn't invite you. You're not invited. Get out. And then I just went back to bed. So yep, that was the cover snatch. And number 5, and this was by far the worst. This happened a few years ago. It was quite a few years ago. It was when I was unemployed. And like I said, when you're stressed, when you're, I think, in any type of agony or depression or sadness or something that's really, really, really taking you over, they like to come at that time. So it was a time I was unemployed and, you know, funds were running low. And again, when you don't have employment, you're always in that worry state. What am I going to do? What am I going to do? What am I going to do? So instead of having faith and knowing that things will work out, which they did, and I found a job and I was fine and everything was great, that's not how I felt. So I went to bed feeling like that. And during the middle of the night, I didn't fully wake up, but I remember feeling I was sweating, I was shaking, I was tossing and turning. And I remember I had the covers and I was just dripping bullets. And I am a sweater. I sweat a lot. So I'm sweating right now. But I was sweating and I was like shaking, just like, you know, in my bed. And I just didn't know what the hell was going on. And as I started to wake up, because I was in a deep sleep, but I was slowly waking up because of, I don't know, it was like a terror, a not being able to breathe, like a heaviness. It was really, really, really bad. And it was like what you feel right before you want to run. Like you see a clown with a knife coming to get your ass, and you know all he wants to do is slice you up and have you for breakfast. That is how I felt. And when finally I was opening my eyes and I was coming to consciousness, what do I see standing in the middle of my room? And I saw the silhouette as clear as day. And, you know, it's okay if you don't believe me, that's fine, but I know what I saw. It was the silhouette of a demon. And I remember seeing the horns. I remember seeing the outline of his jaw. Massive, massive head and jaw. Huge, gigantic chest. Big, big biceps. And I woke up and I kept blinking. I was awake and I kept blinking and I kept seeing it. And then finally, when I sat up and I was able to like snap out of it, it had disappeared. Yeah, so that was number 5. That was the worst by far paranormal thing that's ever happened to me in my bedroom. But those are the 5 things. Hope that didn't scare you too bad. And yeah, if you have any comments, if you have any, I don't know, any comments, anything that you have to say, please leave it below. I love reading your comments. I enjoy it. It helps me interact with you. And I don't know, maybe you need comfort. Maybe something like this has happened to you and you need me to, you know, say, hey, you know, I'm still here and I'm still saying everything's good. But yeah, this is the end of my video. I hope you enjoyed that story. And until my next video.